Ready to take a deeper journey with me into the world of Everdell? Then let's check out Everdell Spirecrest. Everdell Spirecrest is an expansion to the original Everdell, one of my wife and I's favorite games of all time. Go ahead and check out our top 10 video to see where that ranked on our all-time list. Everdell is a fantastic game, and Spirecrest is an expansion that just adds a little bit more to the journey section, gives you some more end game scoring, as well as gives you a little bit more to do during the prepare for season stage. The story: far beyond the comfortable boundaries of the Everdell Valley, deep into mysterious and uncharted lands, adventures waiting to be discovered. Ancient ruins, critters from foreign lands, giants. Gather your traveling supplies and your courage and get ready for a daring journey through the mountains of Spirecrest. You'll begin the game with a rabbit traveler on the mountain board. Every season you'll have to face challenging weather that will alter how you are able to play. As the seasons change, you will move your traveler along the trail, gathering maps to play in a final expedition and making amazing discoveries. Smartly utilize the unique abilities of your discovery cards. Carefully plan for your endgame expedition, and the story of your city, as well as your epic journey, will be remembered in Everdell for many seasons to come. How are you going to be well remembered from your expeditions? Let's head to the rule rundown to find out. Come on. Alright, I'm not going to give you the full rundown of Everdell. If you want that, you can check out my previous review of Everdell. You can check that in the title card right around up here, or check out the link in the description at the end of the video. Now in Spirecrest here, this guy right here will attach at the base of the original board, and then you'll just add a journey rabbit for you, and then it'll add all of these cards down here. You'll notice here I did get the upgrade pack, which could put stickers. These stickers are not normally on there, and then for these guys over here, it gives a nice little more of a rubbery saddle instead of a hard plastic one, so it slides on a lot nicer. So those will come in the upgrade pack there for Everdell. Also, I can put a link of that in the description. Now, what's added to the game, basically right here, the first thing that you'll come across are going to be these season cards. Now at the beginning of the first season, you'll have the winter deck here, and everybody will have to deal with the weather card. Generally they're going to be bad, such as this. Whenever you gain a resource from a forest location, gain one less. These cards just make things harder to get, which is going to balance out some of the nicer cards that you get down here. They only apply to you if they're in that season. For instance, if I moved my rabbit along the way, I no longer have to deal with the blizzard. Everybody else that stays in that first season will. I will then flip this guy right here and have to deal with the next set of consequences, or if I'm lucky, bonus from that weather tile, while everybody else deals with that one. Everything else that happens down here, any movement that's along this track, it's nice. It's only during the prepare for season action. You're going to play Everdell normally up top, and then you're ready to prepare for season. All right, now we can focus down here. And what you're going to do when you start your prepare for season, you're going to slide along here, and you're going to choose one of these journey tiles to add to your expedition map. Let's say I choose this one. I need to make sure I have 4 cards to discard at the end of the game in order to earn 4 points. So I might take that, slide that right there, and then I'll meander my way over here, flip the next season card for myself, the lightning storm. So now every construction costs 1 additional resource to play, so I gotta watch out for that. And then I will be able to flip these guys over so I can know what I'm working towards for the end of the game. So I'll take a gander at those, and then I will flip over these cards. And these cards can do many things. Generally speaking, they'll be some cards that just give you points at the end of the game for achieving something specific. You might also have cards like these that give you bonus actions when played. That helps balance out the toughness of having to play certain cards up here. But then you'll have these cards, which are the coolest cards, and these give you upgraded critters, a big critter. So for instance, this guy over here is Stubblehoof the Moose. And what you're going to do is you get to take this moose, you'll take another critter that you have, and you are going to place that into that saddle. And that's going to upgrade that critter. So now, for instance, here at the start of Prepare for Season, you may choose to leave Stubblehoof where he is and activate that location. Also draw 1 card and gain 1 resource. So if there's a really good location, it's great to put this guy on there, be able to activate that and get some bonus resources as well. And there's quite a few of these, as you'll notice over here. It's not guaranteed that you'll see all of them during the game, but you might. Now you'll also notice these guys down here. This first card that comes off the deck, that's going to be free. But to get these other nice cards that are underneath, you might have to spend 1 card or 1 resource to grab this guy. Over here you can spend 2 cards, 2 resources, or 1 of each in order to snag that card. And that's how the game is going to be played. You'll also have some cards like in this deck here, where you'll have another location card very similar to the ones that are in the base game. Just give you some nicer actions. And that's going to be the general flow. Now, once you make your way through the journey, you've gathered your cards. Maybe a couple of them don't mean anything, but then you check out here, you get that end game scoring, and then you'll score as normal, and then you get to your final journey scoring. Now the journey scoring works is you'll place the rabbit right here, and then you'll look and see, oh, I've got my 4 cards to discard. Great, I'm going to be able to move there and get 4 points. I might look here and see, oh, I don't have any other cards. I just had those 4, so I can't complete this guy. So even if I had 3 stones, I would be done. I would have to stop and only get 4 points because you have to go in order along your path. But if I was able to have all 6 cards, 4 stones, and a random resource, I would be able to work my way all the way across and get all listed points. And that is how you add in Spirecrest to Everdell. Alright, so that should give you an idea of how to add in the expansion bits of Spirecrest to Everdell. So for Everdell Spirecrest, I really enjoy the fact that even though there's a lot going on down on that board, you're adding the expedition bits, you've got the extra weather cards that you're getting, as well as those discovery cards. There's a lot going on that board, but you get to pretty much ignore it until the Prepare for Season stage, where you're playing base Everdell, and then it's time for Prepare for Season. Now let's get into the expansion parts. I do really enjoy that. The only thing with that is the one aspect on that board that does affect the game are those weather cards, where it's very easy to forget, like, oh yeah, that's the one. Or like if there's multiple that are up and some people are on one weather card while others on another, that could get a little confusing at times, trying to remember which one that's yours, just making sure you're double checking that. But otherwise, I really like the way that that was done. I enjoy discovering the different pieces as you move through. You get to choose, what am I going for? It just adds a little bit to that puzzle of what do I need to keep at the end of the game to make sure I make it through that entire expedition. If you're really feeling like you're mastered at Everdell and maybe some of the other expansions, this one just gives a little bit more of that puzzle on how to manage your resources and stuff by the end. The main thing that I love about this expansion are those discovery cards. It's so fun to pop those up. Andrew Bosley's artwork is fantastic, and he does an amazing job on those cards. And they just give such fun abilities that help counteract those weather cards, which are usually not good for you. So that's really fun being able to get those and be like, oh nice, now I've been able to do something for minus these many resources. Or just getting those big critters is the best thing. That it feels like a wasted game if you're not able to get one of those big critters. That just hurts me deeply. If I'm not able to get one of those guys, I love them, especially now that we've got the stickers on them. That is one of the most fun experiences in gaming that I've had, is being able to get one of those big critters, slap one of my critters on there. Now you've got this really cool worker that you're able to move around on the main board. That's unique to you. No one else is going to be able to get the moose that game. No one else is going to get the bear, so on and so forth. So I really enjoy that, being able to have that uniqueness to your game. And really, that's what the game adds. I would just say the positives simply adds to the Prepare for Season. Discovery cards are fantastic, give you a little extra points, better ways to get cards down, adds a little bit of puzzle and endgame scoring with expedition cards. The weather is a necessary evil, I think. If you don't have those weather cards, it would be almost too easy to get cards down with the discovery cards, but they can be quite annoying. So that's the only real negative that I would say is going on for Spirecrest. The rest of it is fantastic. So as an expansion, I am going to give this one 8 out of 10. It's a really great expansion. Those little negatives, just the little extra to think about for getting those weathered cards, brings it down a little bit. The fact that you can just get unlucky in those discovery cards, like if you get a big critter that pops up and it's like you can get that for free. Lucky you. For me, I have to spend a couple of resources in the cards to get something that would really work for me. So there's a little bit of that luck of the draw in that way. So that brings it down just a scotch, but otherwise, again, I would say very few of these Everdell expansions would be ones that I would play with all the time. Like base Everdell is just fantastic, but these ones, excellent. Great to pull out every once in a while to add a little bit to your game. So that is my review for Everdell Spirecrest. Thank you so much for watching. Hit that like and subscribe if you enjoyed what you saw here today. Once you subscribe, check out the community page. Got a lot of stuff going on there. I had to guess the game just a little bit ago. Go ahead and guess the game cover and see what game I was talking about there. Got polls that are up there, conversation starters, all kinds of fun stuff. I'd love to hear from you guys and really build a great community here on Faith and Board Games. Again, thank you so much for watching. I'm Tyler Cullen. Until next time, enjoy your journey in life and stay awesome.